the Prophet ﷺ says, Allahumma la aisha illa aishul akhirah. Oh Allah, there is no living except for the living of the hereafter. فَاغْفِرْ لِلْأَنصَارِ وَالْمُهَاجِرَةِ. So forgive the Ansar and the Muhajirun. Oh Allah, there is no life except for the life of the hereafter. That doesn't mean that we proceed through this life without purpose and we proceed through this life without any form of happiness. No, we proceed through this life with fulfillment. We've spoken about this over the last few weeks. But that the true life is not here. And that actually gives me the comfort I need to be able to live through this life with a sense of certainty and purpose. That it's not here. Oh Allah, it's not here. When the Prophet ﷺ is looking at those people that gave up everything and they're suffering in the way that they're suffering, oh Allah, it's not here. It's there. It's somewhere else. It's beyond this. And subhanAllah, the word ba'sa, the Prophet ﷺ said that on the day of judgment, يُؤْتَى بِأَشَدِّ النَّاسِ بَلَاءً فِي الدُّنْيَا. A person who had the worst life would be dipped in paradise one time. يُغْمَسُ فِي النَّعِيمِ غَمْسًا. And it would be said to that person, هَلْ رَأَيْتَ بُؤْسًا قَطْ. SubhanAllah, same root word. Have you ever seen any misery in your life? No, I don't even know what misery is. From a dip in Jannah, I don't know what misery is. Imam Ahmad rahimahullah ta'ala, that same person who went through torturer after torturer after torturer. Imam Ahmad faced, subhanAllah, all of the types of hardship. Betrayal, beatings, slander, oppression, prisons, lashings, the torture of the succession of oppressors, because one Khalifa dies and another one comes and tortures him even worse than the first one, than the one before him. And when his son asks him, Mata raha, when do we rest, O my father? When do we rest? Imam Ahmad had no doubt in the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Had no doubt in the ability of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to lift these circumstances from him in this life. But he didn't answer his son and tell his son, look, just give it a few more days, a few more weeks, a few more months. It's going to come to an end, inshaAllah. What does he tell his son? Because he wants to instill something in his son. The awwali khutwa, with the first footstep we take in paradise, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. It's al-khutwa fil jannah. It's the footstep we take into paradise. What does that mean, dear brothers and sisters? That doesn't mean lose hope in Allah's support in this life. That means keep your hope in Allah's promise in the hereafter. That means that you keep yourself patient even when things are unimaginable and there seems to be no closure in sight, in something that is greater than this world, because otherwise every time the dunya betrays you, it's going to leave you speechless. And we are a people who find the paradise of certainty in the paradise in the hereafter. Ala inna sil'atallahi ghali. It's expensive, it's not easy, it's not cheap. But that's where our comfort is. That's where our certainty is. Our hopes lie in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And at the same time, we know, whether it is as a community level or as an individual level, that the relief, the true relief, Allahumma la aisha illa aishul akhirah, it's not meant to be here. It's not meant to be here. And so I submit myself to the when. I submit myself to the when, because I understand the where. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to understand the who, which is Him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to connect deeply with Him and submit ourselves to Him and have full certainty in Him and have full certainty in His power and have full certainty in His paradise and have full certainty in His mercy and have full certainty in His forgiveness and have full certainty in His divine aid. The end of this ummah is victory in this life, and the end of this ummah is paradise in the hereafter. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the best of this life and the best of the hereafter, and relieve our brothers and sisters that are suffering around the world, and write for them and us the promised Jannah. Allahumma ameen. Aqulu qawli hadha wa astaghfirullah li wa lakum wa li sa'il muslimin fastaghfiru innahu al-ghafur rahim.